Welcome back, members. We have a few announcements. One-day conference on demystifying sustainability, a journey towards net zero. 6-hour CPE program has been scheduled on Friday, 26 December 2025. Kindly register and make this effort. We also have an awareness program on foreign assets under the Black Money Act, undisclosed foreign income assets. Seminar on 27th December 2025. Kindly register and make use of it. For the next session, I would like to invite our chairman, Manoj and Alok, to escort the speaker to the dais, Vikas Oswal, and present a floor. It's my privilege to introduce eminent speaker Vikas Oswal, sir. He is a chartered accountant and company secretary with expertise in auditing, corporate law, and information systems. A former professional at PricewaterhouseCoopers, he brings a strong foundation in statutory and internal audits under reputed mentors and industry leaders. He is a respected faculty for auditing, teaching CA students across ICA and other institutions, and has authored popular books for CA Final and IPCC. He is also an active speaker at professional forums like ICAI, ICSI, SICASA, and major corporates including HAL, APCL, and Honeywell. With this brief introduction, I present before you CA Vikas Oswal, sir, and over to you, sir.
Very good afternoon to all the members. Today's session, I would like to take the direction towards the Code of Ethics 2025, proposed Code of Ethics 2025, because ICA is bringing the changes. I'll be thankful to Manjunath sir, the most humblest chairman we have actually, and Prakash, thanks for kind introduction. Meeting my friend Satish after 20 years, so happy to see him actually. So, first of all, the directions we'll be discussing is that the Code of Ethics 2025, what is the change ICA is going to bring in actually here, and what we should be ready for is what today's discussion all about. There are numerous issues in Code of Ethics, numerous points are there, but I've just picked up 10 points for our focused discussion. Let us be focused, which is very relevant discussion. Any other point you want to highlight, we'll take it up and we'll try to discuss it. So dear members, first of all, investor, a financial analyst, what he does, he attends a AGM of a company. And while he's attending the AGM of the company, and subsequently what happens, he wants to analyze the financial statement of the company. So somewhere he does not get the copy of the annual report or whatever it is, and he downloads the copy from the MCA site, MCA website he downloads. Now what he does actually, he starts comparing, he subsequently gets the copy, he starts comparing, he's shocked to see that in both the financial statement, one which is distributed among the shareholders at the annual general meeting, and one which he has downloaded from MCA website, there's a huge variation, and both are signed by the chartered accountant. And immediately, see what happens, the escalation point is that he has an argument at the general meeting with the people that the asset value was 1 crore, but you sold the asset value at 75 lakhs. Why this point was not escalated by the auditor? What is happening? Our practice is moving more towards substance over form. Suppose, say, a holding company is transferring the money to subsidiary company. Fine, they transferred some money. Say, take example, say Reliance, they transferred certain money to Jio Communications when they were starting the business. So a holding company will fund the subsidiary company. When the holding company funds the subsidiary company, what happens here is that there should be a justification why this money was transferred. So you need to look into the agreement, the contracts, the board resolutions, the resolutions at the general meeting, that okay, this transfer has happened. But now what the lawmaker is expecting is that why this money was transferred to the subsidiary. What is the substance over form over the transaction? Just checking the transaction with the documentary evidence will not help us, and that is what today Code of Ethics is moving towards actually here. Why you did not question this transaction? Just like a owner of a company, we have to start questioning the transaction. What is the reasonable justification for this particular transaction? So I'm going back to the analyst case. He is asking in the general meeting that the asset value is 1 CR market value, but you sold the asset for 75 lakhs. Why? There was no proper clarification or certain things, so he was not at all satisfied. So now he is digging into the information. He gets 2 sets of financial statement, one filed with the MCA and the other filed with what come on, which is distributed to the shareholders. There is a mismatch. And now what has happened actually here, it is going to be a second schedule misconduct, because you are giving a misleading information to the shareholders. What you are filing with ROC, because what is one of the purpose of AGM? Adoption of financial statement. What you are filing with the ROC and what you are giving to us is totally different. It is not acceptable. Clause 5 of part 1 of second schedule, clause 6, clause 7, clause 8, clause 9, 5 to 9 clause of part 1 of second schedule is being triggered now. And now the CA will face the noise actually, because second schedule is very dangerous. He can even terminate the chartered accountant. Say he is negligent. How can he sign 2 sets of financial statement? Clause 7, which talks about grossly negligent. The CA will be guilty of professional misconduct if he is grossly negligent of his duty. Take example of a statement. Goodwill and trademark can be amortized. Goodwill and trademark can be amortized. This is a accounting policy reflected in one listed company financial statement. Now, how can a goodwill be amortized? How can a goodwill be amortized? And how can you sign this kind of financial statement? Trademark can be amortized, but goodwill is always tested for impairment. That's it. So it is a very small mistake, but it is a mistake, and CA can be held for negligence. So we have to be very careful of whatever financials we are signing, because the very easy point for them is that the chartered accountant is not negligent. You justify how they are allowing to make the investment in a subsidiary. So that is all the direction we are, is what the proposed new code of ethics 2025, which is a 13th edition, last month November 25, they had released 3-volume series actually, and ICA has made a tremendous changes in that. So you had the 12th edition which came in 2020, but in just a short span of time of 4 or 5 years, they have gone ahead and say they have made one more change actually here. And this change is highly impactful in nature. We have to be very careful and cautious about these particular changes. In 2018, what ICA did is that they went on to adapt what International Ethical Standards Board of Accountant follows. They went on to adapt. Whatever that is necessary, they adapted. But now in 2024, what they have done at 25, they have aligned almost all the provisions of the International Ethical Standards Board of Accountants. They just went on to align that. So what is going to the impact of this on our practice as a profession, what we have to deal, that is what we have to understand here. So first of all, let us go to the first pointer of my discussion is what? The core fundamental principle, that is what they remain the same actually. What are the 5 core fundamental principles as a chartered accountant we have to follow? We have to be a person of integrity, objectivity, professional competence and due care, confidentiality and professional behavior. So the first and the foremost thing is integrity. Now they went on to add the word honesty, and also they went on to add the word satyameva jayate. They say not only truth but continue to be truthful actually here. Continue to be truthful. Example, a holding company will purchase goods from a subsidiary company. Whether it was required for the holding company to purchase the goods, now you have to start checking the transaction in that manner. Why they are purchasing? Of course, we are always checking the related party transaction. A related party transaction, is it on an arm's length basis, or it is just to pass entries without any substance, without any form? So my dear members, please understand that now what they are telling is that you have to really check the genuineness of the transaction. Simply just checking the documents, evidence will not help us. So if you know that the transaction is sham in nature, the transaction is not acceptable in nature, you should raise objection there only, that why this transaction is like this. Example, say some money is not received from a customer for more than 3 years, 4 years. Of course, we ask them to prepare an aging report and we request for provisioning. But now if such provisioning is not made, why it is not made? What is the reason you have not made the provisioning? So we have to really protect ourselves as a professional. One CA was telling me that, sir, we should always try to protect the client. I said, no, we should first protect ourselves. Because at the drop of the hat, institute will ask the question, what were you doing actually? So that is why strong documentation, alignment with the laws and regulation, justification of your act, because now our profession is going more towards what? Substance over form. Substance over form. Say, one example I'll give you. A promoter, the CBI raid happened at the promoter place. So they were checking all the bank transaction. So they said, you are the promoter of the company, yes, I am the owner of the company, I am the founder of the company. Then CBI checked that, okay, 1000 CR is transferred from this bank account to another company. They asked that promoter, you have transferred this 1000 CR, no, where you have transferred? No, I got a call, I just got a call. Based on the call, I just transferred the money, based on this one single call. CBI said, then you are not the promoter. In book you have written, okay, you are the promoter of the company, but actually the person who made the call is the promoter of the company. There is a restriction on a person to act as a director of a company, 15 company, 20 company, there is a restriction. Now what will happen, a group which has got 300 or 400 company, over the phone call only the business will run. Substance over form. Who is the real owner? Who has the real power of the company? So that is the direction our accounting is moving, profession is moving, that are we being transparent to the profession? So here, what happens? Straightforward, honest, truthful, fair, open, and that's what? Always be aligned with the truth. That is what they are trying to say. Not only be truthful at the moment, but try to be truthful throughout the transaction. Then you have to maintain that level of unbiasedness actually. So there should not be any bias in what you can say whenever you are doing any audit. Actually, bias should not be there. You should have an impartial attitude. And next one, professional competence and due care. Are we updating our knowledge regularly? Are we updating our skills regularly? That is what we have to highlight actually here. So this is what, see now artificial intelligence is targeting the knowledge-based area. The first target is knowledge-based area, that is our area actually here. See, you will not go out because of artificial intelligence, you will go out because of not knowing AI. So we should be aware, okay, what it is, how it functions, how we can utilize. An aversion telling that, okay, I will not follow, that will not help us. So today the skill sets has to be changed. First time in the code of ethics they are talking about sustainability assurance. They are talking about artificial intelligence services actually. So they have started introducing the new concept. That is what it is actually. So having that adequate knowledge and skill, upskilling. I was talking to one of our engineering friend who has done Data Protection Act, some course he has done, and they have given a certificate validity for 2 years. So 27 is the validity. I said, why they have given 2 years? He said, after 2 years again you have to write the exam. See, that is a level of volatility. See, once we qualify as a CA, our membership is there throughout the life. But here what happens? You have to keep updating yourself. You have to keep writing the exams, updating the knowledge. That's the thing here. Then next one, like say confidentiality. Confidentiality, unless and until the client permits, I am not supposed to share the information. If it is required by law, I have to share the information. We need to maintain a level of confidentiality. What happens in recently what happened, not recently, say a year back, one client came to my office. He asked my article assistant, sir, I want GSTR 2A 2B. So article assistant, what he did, he downloaded the GSTR 2A 2B, he downloaded and he sent email to the client. The client opened the email, then only he said, no, I don't want this GSTR 2A 2B of mine. It contains the details of suppliers. I don't want this detail. You please send me the detail of the competitor. One of the competitor returns, also we were filing in our office. So he said, I want his GSTR 2A 2B. Article was a little surprised, but then he told that no sir, we can't share the information. And subsequently the article came and told me, sir, they are asking information like this. I said, good job, you have not shared the information. Not only at our level, but those engagement team members, even they should also practice the level of confidentiality. And then what happens, say, take example, there are some irregular filings of ROC. ROC compliance is not proper in a company. Are you under obligation to report to ROC as an auditor? Are you under obligation? Should you contact ROC and tell that this company is not complying, they are not filing DPT3 form, they are not filing MGT14 form? Are you under obligation? Come on, yes members, what do you think? Whether we are under obligation to inform the ROC that there is a non-compliance, non-filing of form, are we under obligation? No, we are not under obligation. So, just because some non-compliance has happened, we are not under obligation. But suppose, say, law is specific. Example, section 143 subsection 12 states that if a fraud occurs, say 1 crore or more, then what happens? You are under obligation to inform the central government. So where law says there, you should definitely take action. Then next one, comply professional behavior. What is professional behavior? You comply with all the laws and regulations which are applicable to the company. Are we complying with all the laws and regulations? One chartered accountant, he wrote a book, How to Convert a Black Money into White Money. Pranav Chandra Parikh was the author of the book, so he wrote a book. Now, and he's giving the punchline, useful for politicians, useful for businessmen. Institute came to know, CA, he has written a book, they banned the book. They said, okay, give him a ban. Then what happened, the CA said, no, I will appeal in the High Court. He filed an appeal in the High Court. High Court judge, he looked at the CA and he started laughing. Why he started laughing? What is the reason? Why he started laughing? Yes? So when he looked at the CA, the judge started laughing actually here. What is the reason why the judge was laughing? Yes?
It's opposite of what he expected. He's doing opposite of what is expected of him.
Achha, that is why judge is laughing. Okay. Yes. One thing. Okay. Possible. Yes. So why the judge started laughing? The reason is that this CA Institute gave him lifetime ban, and the age of the chartered accountant was 85 years. Pranav Chandra Parikh was 85 years at that time. Almost half of his body is inside the grave. He said, "Kya yaar, isko lifetime ban diya." Then they said, "Okay, you reduce the ban from lifetime ban to 2 years." Recently, one of my friends, he shared a shocked thing. Actually, I was really shocked when I heard this. An advertisement is given in Ahmedabad. What is the advertisement? We want a senior chartered accountant. His age should be 80 years and he should hold COP. Sri Ramachandra. Why this ad was given? What is the intention of the person behind this advertisement?
Committing a fraud.
Committing a
Misuse of financial
correct. So they wanted him to, you're right, they wanted him to sign some dubious balance sheet and P&L. For that they wanted 80-year-old chartered accountant. First what I thought, experience, knowledge. Members, but how they think actually, in what direction their mind runs, we don't know. By the time the inquiry will come, Swaha, goodbye, Swaha, gone over. So that is why we have to be very careful, my dear friends, actually, we have to be very extremely careful actually here what we are doing, and we should not become emotional. That is one thing actually here. The problem is that sometimes out of emotion we help our friends, but it is very dangerous. One friend came to my office because this my relative is there. You have to give a certificate for him. A certificate. So he is going abroad actually. His son is going abroad for studies. So net worth certificate required. Some net worth certificate for that particular boy actually. That he has got sufficient funds and he is having all these things. So asset he has. So I said, okay. When I learned to the papers, this guy had crores of property. So I told him, auditor, you have an auditor. So why don't you go to that person actually like that? No, I have an auditor. So he knows his case. He's like a doctor. We are like financial doctor. We know the pulse. He knows your case. No sir, he is very busy. Oh, I'm sitting on the road. I'm doing Amatai. What is this? So And I told my friend Appan, better we go to his existing auditor. See, we have to really understand the case. Another thing, so why I have to break my head for this actually? So what I'm trying to drive the point is that, see, friend will tell, no, but I have to look after my 10 article assistant or doing articleship training. So we have to be very conscious when it comes to profession, be absolutely selfish. No, I will not sign means not sign, that's it. So let us not get into an impulsive decision making. Rather, is it required or not? Let us ask a question. Then, another professional behavior. So that is not a professional writing a book, such like it's not a professional behavior. You're not complying with the laws and regulation. I came late to the session. It is not a professional behavior on my part. I should say I'm very sorry. Sorry, I'm not come on time like that. That is the thing here. Nobody will like your cholesterol. Nobody will say, oh, I'm a lord of the law. Nobody will like it. So we have to carry the fire of ICI by dear soldiers, whereby we said, okay, everybody has that high regard, respect towards our profession. Then the epitome of our profession is what? Independence. Is there any threat to independence? That is the most important thing. The most important thing is self-review threat. I am doing accounting and then I am doing audit of the same accounts actually. It will not help us. We are not independent. So we are doing a self-review threat. That's it's all self-review threat. Are heavily financially depending on the client, heavy dependence. This client is giving me 20% of fees, 30% of fees. So what happens? Independence becomes questionable. So am I being influenced? These are the aspects we need to carry as well as the core fundamental principle. Then let us go to the audit concentration. This is another important amendment which is coming up actually here. From 26-27, every CA will have maximum 60 tax audits. So this already provision is there. But now what was happening, if it is a partnership firm, if there are 3 partners, 2 partners are say tax partner, they are doing GST practice, 1 partner is the audit partner. Now that 1 partner can sign 180 audits, 180 audits he can sign, that was a rule. So if there are 20 partners, 1 partner, he can sign what you can say 1200 audits he can sign. Other partners need not sign because there are, this is the understanding of the provision. But ICI said and everybody said, what about the quality of audit? How can one guy do 1200 audits? In Tamil Nadu, my dear soldiers now, it's Hosur and other areas actually like the Krishnagiri, one CA, he has signed 2000 tax audit cases, 2500 tax audit cases. Case went to the court, Supreme Court, it went to the extent of Supreme Court also. 2000 audits you are signing actually. See, you are taking away the opportunity of other new members. Like in line, some members will say, I asked him how they sign actually. No, some tax consultant will come, one will have 10 cases, 20 cases, they will stand in the queue, this guy will keep on signing. One signature, 5,000 rupees. Like that. What is this? Abba, Sri Ramachandra. No? I was remembering my first day of practice. What I thought when I started my office, people will stand in the queue actually to find their report. What happened? Tuku only happened. Nothing happened that way. So, this is how he signs. He puts the signature. You tell me whether quality of audit will be there. They went on to fight with Supreme Court. A doctor, a surgeon does not have a restriction as to how much operation he can do. Virat Kohli does not have a restriction as to how many matches he can play. And a lawyer does not have a restriction as to how many cases he can handle. Teacher does not have a restriction as to how many students he can teach. Then why are you putting restriction on me? CA said, I will sign 2000 audits. Like they are signing. Where is the quality of audit? Take up that report. Does anybody reads our audit report? Does anybody reads that audit report actually? Does anybody reads our audit report? I'm asking a question to you. Anybody opens the report and say what auditor Saab has written? Anybody has written? This is a very strong question. Do they read our report? In all the report, whatever is not there, I will put in the audit report actually here. Why should I affect myself? You are not giving me confirmation, I will write down. You are not given the confirmation to me. Why should I be scared of anything? So I will tell, sir, you are not given, okay, I'll mention in the report what to do. So this is the situation. Can we stop the generation of urine for these people who are openly flouting the law? Because Supreme Court, they passed an order in 2024. Okay, whatever excess tax audit you have done, okay, leave it. Usko maaf kiya. But now onwards, you should follow what ICI says, 60 audits. Only do 60 audits. You never know what. See, we should stop generating UDIN for these chartered accountant. Moment there should be a system whereby moment it touches 60, they should stop generating the UDIN for them. Or there should be a justification. You justify why the 61st UDIN is being generated. These kind of systems we should bring in. We should stop it. See what will happen, then there will be no equal distribution of work among the members. That's the thing here. Okay, so this is one thing. So now what they say from 26, 27, suppose say how many of your partnership firm, you have partners? How many partners, Satish? 7 partners. Then? 2 partners. So 120 audits, 420 audits, then? 4. 240 audits, then? Anybody else? Anybody more than 7 partners? 7 partners is a number for what it is. How many of your partnership firm, by the way, raise your hand actually, yes. So for getting more opportunity growth, minimum at least 7 or more partners. That's what actually here, that's the movement actually here. Today, all of us, we want that growth, G1, okay, how to get more clients and other thing actually here, okay. Again, within aligned with the requirement of ICA. Next, let us go to the advertising and promotion. What a change they have brought in, and this change is not yet highlighted. They have just given a proposal. They say you advertise. Aim big advertisement. You can advertise in social media. Don't start now. Still, the approval has to come. It is just a proposal from 2025. Within proposal, so another 3-4 months, this will become a new code. But they are given for discussion. Okay, members, you deliberate on that actually. So now this is one big change they have brought in. If you read clause 6, what does it say? A member in practice shall be guilty of professional misconduct if he solicits client or professional work directly or indirectly by circular, advertisement or personal communication. How many of you in practice for less than 5 years? Less than 5 years in practice? Yes. Less than 5 years in practice? Yes. Of course, the challenge will be, okay, how to get the client. It's always a word of mouth. But now this is a good change because they say that you should not solicit the client. But I say what they say that, okay, we'll give you the clause, but also we'll give you the guideline. What is the permitted advertisement you can do? You can do now permitted advertisement. Earlier, no social media, no digital media, nothing. You can't do anything. You can't put a banner outside your house also. But now, ICA has said, okay, no, let us follow the international standards and let us go about it. That's the thing here. In abroad, this PwC or Deloitte, they will have their own liquor, beer bottle. They have gone to that level actually here. Here at least a basic advertisement is required. But what ICA said, which is right actually here, don't do like say advertising insulting others actually here. Or don't advertise actually here whereby you are telling that I will get you the maximum refund I'll get for you. I'll get you the refund at the fastest point of time, I'll get the refund for you. Recently one case, what happened actually here, one guy, what has happened, they have filed his return, like say 10 lakh rupees, they have declared his income and filed it actually here. Bank has got a credit of what you can say around like say some 70-80 lakhs, but they said okay, they have declared an income 10 lakhs and filed it actually here. So now there was no justification, nothing, simply they have filed the return to get the, what is this, some fast refund or something, which again they get a notice. Now notices are also getting triggered left and right. So here ICA says that you don't do any wrong advertisement. Say example, I and Satish, we are like say contemporaries. I should not advertise, I am better than Satish. I should not do such kind of advertisement, not acceptable. I should tell that I am a practicing chartered accountant, which was not permitted till 2025, it's not permitted. You can put a banner, you can give circulars, you can give pamphlets, you can publish in the newspaper, but it should be only informative, So it's a very brave step which is being taken by ICA. ICA said that now you compete with the international accountant, don't be here, you compete with the international accountant. One case I heard recently, what happened, I was talking to one finance guy, he's a chartered accountant. He told, sir, I have a lot of accounting in Netherlands. I said, what is this? I was very curious, my ears stood up actually. What is this Netherlands? Netherlands ho bit accounting marta hai. Netherlands, they have got cycle renting companies. He'll give cycle on rental. Then gym, gym will be there. And Pilates. Now this is another type of form of exercise. What he has done actually, he has gone to Netherlands. He had stayed there for a month. Understood, sir. He told me only one thing, that debit and credit is everywhere it is same. What our kids or what our bacha log they are doing is that they are traveling, they are exploring. He said, first you understand the culture, the terminology of the client. I stayed there for 1 month. Then I started taking the finance and account outsourcing division is in Chennai. So all accounting happens in Chennai. That's what is happening. There's a huge demand of account professional, which we have to open our eyes and see. We have to see, okay, we can do it. I thought that my practice will be restricted to Rajajinagar. It's not like that. Now you can practice anywhere. Institute says, chalo, go and advertise actually here. So what does it mean? I can have a digital banner. I can send it to any unknown person. Which if I do now, it's a misconduct. Once this becomes a law, it will not be a professional misconduct. But don't try to insult others. Don't tell that I am better than Satish actually, I am better than this person. Don't try to do that. You just tell what services you're offering. Look at this. ABC and company chartered accountant, audit, tax, advisory, ESG assurance, serving corporate client professionally. This message if I send now, it's a professional misconduct. But once it becomes law, it will not be a professional misconduct. We are moving in this direction. We can send it to any stranger, anybody we can do it. From whom we can seek work? We can seek work from existing chartered accountant. That's the thing here. We can respond to a tender. So there are certain restrictions. We can respond to a tender. We can seek work from existing chartered accountant. When I started my practice, so I met one CA. I told that, sir, if any excess work is there, please share with me. So, yes, no problem, actually like that. So, I definitely, 100% I will share with you. From past 30 years, I am waiting for his call actually. Full cream biscuit. And there is one CA who told me, I think initial days of practice, he told me, I don't have any work. Sir, in the future, no. Please, if I have anything, I'll tell you, but now I don't have. He was so rude, but he was so right. Now I feel that he was straightforward, that's it. Hope that is very dangerous. Rather than straightforward, I don't have any work. The new members who are practicing, ask, tappenilla, non-CA, why should I go and ask? Now also I ask people, can I do accounting? Like that, I approach them, talk to them. Okay, we come to know actually like that. No sir, we have, okay sir, no problem like that. We should not have that kind of ego or something like that. What is that? We are asking, that's it. Ask. God also likes what? Asking God, faith, surrender to God. So who are we? We are just human. So nothing wrong in asking actually. Once you ask, okay, not then, okay, no problem. That's the thing here. And newly practicing CA, please understand, first you give value to the client. Value to the client actually like that. See, when you approach a person actually here, Satish, you should open. Now suppose say, he's a stranger. Suppose say he's a stranger actually like that. See, I am trying to give the hand actually here. Now I am trying to put my hand in the pocket. Any stranger, what he will think that, oh, this guy is trying to hit the hand in the pocket. No, I am not trying to put my hand in the pocket. I am trying to check your pulse. Are you alright or not? Value addition. What, come on? Members? First, what value you can give to the client actually? What value you can give it to him actually here? To the client. That is most important thing actually here. So, no, my intention is not to put my hand in your pocket. I want to check your pulse. Okay, what value addition I can give? Thank you, Satish. Thank you. So, if this kind of mindset you start developing, you will definitely start growing in practice. That's the thing here. Example, say, they will tell, okay, accounting. Do accounting for 1 or 2 months actually here. Do it. Then show your caliber to them. Don't run behind money. Purpose is more important than money. That lesson if you learn, money will automatically follow you. So it's very important that first what value I can give it to the client. That mindset we should develop. So here, this is a very golden opportunity for us, given by ICI. Hats off to ICI, which is changing as per the requirement of the environment altogether. So value first. First, that mindset, what value I can give it to the client. See, you go to a sweet shop, ice cream shop, sir, taste money. He will give you something to taste, no? Yes. Why are we not following that actually? Sir, nodi sir, service nodi. And nothing wrong in asking actually. Ask what is there. But it should not be what roving inquiry, calling them like a agent actually. Sir, please sir, take. Fine, then don't try to trouble, then it will become a misconduct. Then it will be definitely a case of misconduct altogether. Look at this. Lowest price CA, this kind of advertisement you can't give. Guaranteed refund, can't give. Get tax saved fast, this kind of advertisement you can't put. If you see, here ABC and company audit tax advisory, very simple ad they have given, very decent ad they have given. They have not tried to do any kind of extrapolation. Don't put any superlatives. Greatest CA of Bangalore has arrived to solve all your problems. And Tuku only will happen. That's it. Gone. Shriram and Chandra. So you have to be very careful. Now, I can also start advertising through LinkedIn services, marketplaces, Zoho partner, Tally partner, Clear Tax. Actually, all these things you can always get into. This is one big change which is happening. Some CA marketplaces, startup portals, I can always be part of it actually. So it is opening up for us. Sir, what about revenue sharing apps like Urban Clap? No, big no. Chartered accountant is not supposed to share his fees. Please again understand, you can share your fees with only other CA. Like Urban Clap, you will have no, like say, a plumber, like say, you will have some people will be there, furniture person will be there actually, like that, some trader will be there. So there may be a common thing. They say, okay, you give a fixed cut-off your fees, then it is a violation. So revenue sharing apps, you can't be a part of it actually here, but other digital platform you can always be. It means in your LinkedIn profile you can always tell, yes, I am willing to take up income tax work. Okay, I am willing to take up this work actually. So now ICA is opening the door for you, like left, right, up, down, but you should be very genuine. That's the thing here. Example, you're a ACA. Then you tell you're a ACA. Don't tell anything else. Satyameva jayate, honesty. They are trying to push these two words. Please be consistent and honest actually in your act and action. That's what ICA is now expecting from you. Next one. So as I told you, social media presence, digital media presence, all these things are required. See, it's okay, no problem. Now look at the other ad. ABSD and company, audit tax compliance solution, helping business to stay compliant, efficient, contact us for professional advisory. This kind of ad is also now permissible once this law becomes effective in nature. That's the thing here. Now, for example, say you're giving an ad like this, best tax saving strategies, gone. It will be a misconduct. Just give who are you, what are you doing. Don't try to add superlatives to it. Again, I'm telling you, just tell, okay, this is what I'm trying to do. Now, another thing, best CA firm in Bangalore, lowest fees, guaranteed result, all these things are very dangerous. Don't get into that. So, whatever ad now you're going to give actually here, truthful, dignified, not misleading. You can also obtain client testimonials also. Client can also give testimonials. Now, that is also very much permitted actually. So, this is a one very good booster for the chartered accountant profession community. See, look at this. A CA will be guilty of, if he solicits the client and professional work. Sir, by giving this kind of digital media communication, I am trying to solicit the work. But what ICA says that once I issue a direction, you please follow the direction. Yes, this clause is meant for unethical advertisement. Don't do unethical advertisement. That is not permissible. Do ethical advertisement. That is what they highlight actually. You are permitted to do what you are going to do. That's it. Don't go beyond that. Then next one, traditional versus new age. I was telling you, now the new concepts like sustainability has come up. AI services have come up actually here. How many of you have done courses on sustainability? How many of you have done courses on sustainability? Yes, yes sir. Please come on the stage, sir, if you comfortable. And AI, artificial intelligence. Anybody has done course on artificial intelligence? Come back, please come back. Mic is here, sir, please sit down. Yeah. So, sir, yeah, please, madam, please come to the stage. Some information about the course on sustainability, sir.
I come from UK.
You came from UK?
Yeah, I come from UK and as part of my work I do elementary work and also framework writing on ESG and sustainability. And I think one of the cool things that we are doing is
On the framework.
how does the...
What's your name, sir? Can you
My name
introduce
is
yourself?
Vikas. I'm traveling to India on holiday. been in the UK for about 25 years. So as part of the ESG and sustainability work, and I work in a bank, okay, client facing and also audit facing and regulator facing. So from all the three perspectives, we are looking at three perspectives. We're looking from the regulatory perspective, which is coming up from the disclosures, and from banks, financial statements, and annual report. Number two, on from the client side, the products that we are selling to the customers. Because again, there's a promises made, promises to keep, and what are the things that we're telling them, green energy, sustainability, what are the promises that the bank is going to be making in terms of the product offerings by 2030 and 2050, etc. How we go towards the promises that we made to the government in making the sustainability provisions. And number three, to the auditors. So here the auditors are looking for a framework, they're looking at how we approach things and what governance we have, and how we actually go by each of the statements and disclosures we make in the financial statements, not only in the metrics point of view, but also in the disclosures point of view on the quality and quantity aspects of it.
Okay.
I think that, I believe, would be the same context and feel from an Indian perspective.
Okay. Good. Give a round of clap to sir. Sir, your name also, sir.
My name is
Vaikunth, sir. Okay. See, sustainability is what? You're using the resources in such a manner, you're thinking of the future generation. Are we using the resources in such a manner? Take example, a cosmetic company manufactures let's say a cosmetic. Now they will tell this is the best cosmetic, it does not have any kind of additives or fragrance or anything chemical, it is chemical free cosmetic, but actually it has chemical. So you are harming the interest of the customer. So our job, see ESG, that is environment, social and governance, which is again taking up the path of sustainability, is what, whether there is an effective utilization of resources. Okay. So then AI services, yes madam, yes, you can share your thoughts about the course, what you did, how it was helpful to you. Go ahead madam.
I completed the first batch of AICA and the course is very good. It's very well structured and it's very helpful for practitioners as well as those who are in the industry.
Just one, madam, what's your name? Sorry.
I am Bharti. I'm a practicing chartered accountant.
Okay. So one or two issues, you can practical things you can tell about AI.
Maybe with respect to replying to the notices or drafting an audit proposal or anything, it could be very helpful. We may even it's a time that we may have to learn even Python programming or using any other scripts or C programs or anything is very helpful.
Okay. Give a round of applause to I think no other professional body in India is doing that much courses as ICI is doing the courses, AI courses. Bangalore itself, I think
Yes.
it's 4.
Getting the slot itself was very difficult. Because that was the demand and it's very nice, very well structured.
Okay. 4 batches in a month in Bangalore only, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think so, sir.
So see, that is the thing actually here. So upskilling actually, that's the thing here. As we all know that we should be lifelong students, that's the thing here. So now Code of Ethics also talks about sustainability and the AI services actually. Give a round of applause to Ben. Thank you. Thank you sir for sharing. Yeah, thank you sir. So now the next one, members, the 5th aspect actually here, that is fees. So now if your income is suppose turnover is 10 lakhs, and out of that, suppose a proprietorship concern is contributing, let's say 4 lakhs, for more than 4 lakhs actually here, then in such case, you are under obligation to make a disclosure to ICI that this one particular client is contributing 40%, more than 40% of my fees. We are using non-public interest entity. Non-public interest entity means what? Proprietor, partnership firm, LLP. This is relevant for us. If any one of the client is contributing more than 40% of the fees for more than 5 years, then it says 5 years. So then you have to make a disclosure to ICI. Why the disclosure to be done to ICI? You have to declare, no, I am independent. Even though my 40% of fees is coming from this, still I am independent. My independence is not compromised. This provision is not applicable to chartered accountants whose professional receipt is less than 20 lakhs, it is not applicable to them. Yes, go ahead.
Question.
Like 40% of fees is only for attest services or general?
All services, all types of services actually here. Okay. So from one particular, for example, say you are doing a non-attest services, that will not be covered here. That will not be covered here actually here. So suppose say you are doing internal audit, it will not be covered here. It will be covered. What are the aspect services which will be covered here? When you are doing an attestation service or audit services, those services will be covered here. Okay. And public interest entity, which is of less interest for us actually, like say listed companies. Suppose say listed company is contributing more than 20% of fees for like say 2 years, then you have to make a disclosure to ICI. So is there a restriction I should not take up the audit? No sir. You please continue doing the audit, but at the same time you should ensure that independence you are following. There's no question of like say intimidation threat, or like say self-interest threat, you are financially interested in the company. That should not happen. You make a disclosure and you ensure that you are independent in doing the audit. So the first point, very, very important for us practicing members. Then, Schedule 1 of Chartered Accountant Act 1949. First of all, a CA in practice sharing the fees with. Now CA in practice can share the fees with whom? With another CA in practice. He can share the fees with whom? Come on, he can share the fees with the lawyer. He can share the fees with the company secretary, cost accountant. This change has been brought in from 2008 onwards, whereby we can share fees with the people of other profession also. So similarly, the next question, CA in practice can accept the share of fees from whom? From a company secretary, cost accountant, lawyer, architect, MBA. We can accept share of fees actually. So that is one thing. So now, even partnerships with CA and CS, CA and CMA is permitted, but CA and lawyer again, it is a thing actually because they have to take concurrence with bar council, but that is also a thing here. See, ICI is moving towards what? Multidisciplinary audit firm actually. So multidisciplinary audit firm. So whereby what happens, under one roof you have all the professionals are available under one particular roof. Okay, you have CA, you have everybody is available. That's the thing here. Now, very important thing in first schedule. See, what is the difference between the first schedule of CA Act and second schedule? What is this first schedule? First schedule, it affects only CA community as a whole. That's it. Don't advertise. Don't share the fees. Don't accept the fees from anybody. Don't enter into partnership with XYZ. So this basically first schedule is only among our CA community. So here the penalty on the chartered accountant is very limited actually, like that. They'll say, okay, you then reprimand the chartered accountant. I'll say pay penalty of like say up to 1 lakh, like that. So the restriction is very much limited in this case. In this case also, you have to communicate with the previous auditor. Many of us, we forget the rule of communicating with the previous auditor. So this also falls into the first schedule. Now, one husband and wife, they were practicing separately. Husband is practicing separately, wife is practicing separately. So husband got a cooperative society audit. Cooperative society audit, what happens? It's a rotation of, like say, every once in 2 years there's a rotation of auditor. Husband told wife, okay, 2 years I'll be auditor, 2 years let your firm be auditor. I said, okay. So this went on for a few years. 2 years husband is auditor, 2 years wife firm is auditor, like that, like a table tennis match they're playing. After a few years, what happened? Some rift happened between husband and wife. So wife said some divorce, so they will file for divorce proceeding. They filed for divorce proceeding, and the wife went on to complain to ICI also, telling that he has not communicated to me. He has become the auditor of cooperative society, but he is not communicating to me. Look at the way how the law comes and hits you. You are walking on the footpath and car comes on the footpath and hits you. It's like that. Sri Ramachandra. So see, same house, husband and wife are staying. Husband will write, do you have any objection? So he will go to the post office, he will put one letter in the letter box, that letter will come to the same house, she will open, no, I don't have any objection. You will not expect the unexpected. That is life is all about. Expect the unexpected. So now, sir, then you can ask me a question. The lady can also do a cross complaint agala. Because once you have filed a complaint, once a person has filed a complaint, Cross complaint is not possible. See, husband cannot say she also not communicated. First you justify this, you are not communicated. Husband got divorce also, plus 6 months suspension also. What will you do? That's the thing actually here. See, first highest complainants on chartered accountant are what? Bankers. On bankers, please understand that be very careful. When you're signing a balance sheet which has got loan liability, Usharak sign money. Don't just sign for the sake of signing it actually. Bankers, I gave loan to this person. This is an audited financial statement I saw. I gave the loan to this person. I got certificate, net worth certificate. Now this person has gone. He has run away from the place. Catch the chartered accountant. Highest complainants are that. That is why ACCR. What is ACCR? Acceptance and continuance of client relationship. Very, very important. Very, very important. Recently one audit, I said, Appa Sriram sir and unsigned madam. He has taken 13 loans. 13 loans he has taken. Credit card loan, two-wheeler loan, four-wheeler loan, education loan. Full loan, his balance sheet is loaded with loans actually like that. And business is going down. Turnover is equalizing the loan amount. I said, I will not sign it actually here. I'm not comfortable. Accountant told, what is this? So many years you're signing. I said, look at his financial habits. Tomorrow one loan also he defaults. They will come and ask me. So first highest complainants are what come on? Are bankers. Remember that any balance sheet you're signing, first you see whether that person has willingness to repay the loan. Don't just sign for the sake of signing. Second highest complainants are regulators. Regulators are the second highest complainant. They will file, and you have to be very careful. Even for small issue, sometimes the regulator may take a person for a task. You have to be very careful actually. Some issue, you show your attitude to the regulator, they'll say, okay, who is the auditor? Come on, bring the books, show the record. So second highest complainants are regulator. The third highest complainant will not believe actually, like say spouse or ex-spouse. They are the highest complainant, one of the highest complainants actually. It's a shocking thing. 30th November 2016, my friend is getting a divorce decree from the court. Court is giving divorce decree to him. And then 1st December, complaint is filed by his ex-spouse against him in Senior Institute. See, he is practicing, but he is doing unethical practice. Because the name of complainant will be reflected. It will be reflected. So he takes the complaint actually here, and the complainant name, his ex-wife name is written. He's shocked. He calls me, because not able to sleep at night and this problem has happened, find a complaint. I told him it will take minimum 3-4 years. 3-4 years, sir. 3-4 years, should I be in tension? See, either you respond to ICI, whatever information they are asking, you respond to ICI. Whatever they want, you respond to him, ICI. And ICI people only are telling that, is this person your ex-spouse? See, he is shocked to that level. Then he told, okay, either you can get tensed for 4 years and not sleep day and night, rather you respond to ICI. Go give response to ICI, whatever they want. But it will take time, it will not so easy because so many cases are going, 3-4 years are minimum. What I'm trying to highlight the point is that from which direction what stone will come to us, we don't know. We have to be ethical, that's the thing here. Satyam Vada, that's what they say. See, when thousands of years back Gurukulam system was there, on the last day of, or you can say the Gurukulam system, what they will tell, they'll teach 3 lessons. Satyam Vada, then Dharmam Chara, Swadhyayan Ma Pramada. Satyam Vada means speak the truth. Dharmam Chara means follow your responsibility. And Swadhyayan Ma Pramada means continuously keep updating. See, thousands of years back they have written, keep updating yourself, keep updating yourself. So that is what is required, the moment actually here. Sometimes it's an unfortunate situation, person will not be wrong. Sometimes it's deliberate by the concerned professional. So we have to look case to case basis. Then, can CAP enter into any profession or occupation? CAP, my dear members, they cannot enter into any profession or occupation just like that. They have to get into practice. Only CA in practice they have to do. But there are other areas also they can enter. Say example, say they can get into like say teaching, coaching they can do. And they can do like say act as a valuer. So there are certain areas they can enter into which is permitted, generally permitted. They can go for employment under CA in practice. You can hold a COP and still work under another practicing chartered accountant, that is permissible. So there are certain areas which are permitted by ICI, and there are certain areas which you require a special permission of ICI is required, special permission. say example, CA wants to get into his family business, then he requires a special permission from ICA. Why you want to get into family business? What is the reason? So they'll ask actually, what is the reason why you want to get into your family business? Then they will tell the thing actually, this is the scenario actually here. So you have to give a justification to ICI. See, one chartered accountant in Madurai, he is a homeopathy doctor plus is a practicing chartered accountant. So morning to evening practice and evening time homeopathy doctor. It's not a cream biscuit I'm putting, it's a fact. Huh? So he is practicing as a homeopathy doctor. See, homeopathy comes from generation to generation, grandfather, father, now son. He's going like that. And they gave him a special permission. They said, okay, no problem, you can practice. So for example, client will come, sir, file my IT return. Okay, sir. Sir, I have a headache. Okay, open your mouth. Look at this. So anything you want to do, other than this, you can get into this actually. How many of you wanted to become something but you ended up becoming chartered accountant? Raise your hand. Chalo, it's okay. Life is like that. How many of you wanted to become something? You're becoming a chartered accountant. Yes. Yeah. Go ahead, yes.
I wanted to be a pilot.
Acha, you came into CA profession. Any reason for that?
Oh, my dad's a CA.
Acha. You're telling or complaining, I don't know. Sriram Chandra. Anybody else here? You were raising the hand? Yeah. Anybody else? Okay, so anything else you want to do like that, so then you have to take a special permission of ICA. One CA, he wanted to open a hotel, his dream was opening a hotel. ICA did not give permission to them. So then some justification was not satisfactory. They said, no, we will not give you permission. So certain business you want to do, which ICA may think, say for example, that homeopathy was a family thing, he was able to justify. But this hotel business, they are not able to justify, they will not give you permission. That way. Okay? Then next one. CA in practice, they charge fees on what you can say on a percentage basis actually. That's the thing here. See, this is one thing we don't know, how much fees to charge. Yes, how many of you struggle actually sometimes, youngsters especially actually. Yes, what fees to quote actually like that. Yes, go ahead, please go ahead. Huh?
Sometimes it's confusing as to what to charge.
Correct, no.
Quote, because if we quote high, there is a likeliness that you will prefer to someone who is offering it cheap.
Correct.
And if you quote too less,
Oh.
you will feel the regret that I have quoted.
Correct actually, and then you suffer that's the thing actually. So this is one thing, I agree with that actually. So one is, see how much of a list we give to you, okay, this for tax audit you should charge this much, but that, it does not work that way actually like that. That's the thing here. So again, fees should be what your cost plus the reasonable margin. That is what it should be actually here. It should not be an abnormal margin, a reasonable margin should be the thing actually here. But can I charge on a percentage basis actually here? Yes. For let's say when it comes to fundraising, okay, when I'm raising fund for the client actually, I can charge fees on a percentage basis. Or for example, say I'm doing a cost optimization services. Cost optimization services means, say for example, I saved 10 lakhs for you. Then what happens, the client will say, okay, I give percentage of the fees. Today, one thing, please, there are a lot of senior members sitting here, you'll all agree with me that, see, you will be revered only because when you reduce the pain of the client. Notice came to pay tax of 4 crores, but you went and fought with the officer or authority, reduce the tax liability to 50 lakhs. Reduce the pain of the client. Then they will, I'm an auditor, great, whatever service they have done. Or you tell the client that no, how you should increase your business. Today your turnover is 8 crores. Let us increase your turnover to 15 crores or 20 crores. That is what is fractional CFO, which is a new area for all of us members actually. How we can increase the business of the client. That's the thing here. No, in the accounts martivi, compliance martivi, audit martivi, then what happens? It will come into that circle only. That's the thing here. See, today, as I told you, everybody is looking at value addition. What value addition we can do to the business? Reduce the pain of the client, reduce the cost of the client, increase the turnover of the client. These are the 3 rules. Then what happens? It will be in place. So we call it as PPT. PPT means any business, first there should be right kind of people. Then another P is what? Process. There should be right kind of process in place. And there should be right kind of technology. Then next one, networking actually here. So networking, this is one thing which is highlighted actually. Some people, they also comment that among chartered accountant, networking is not working actually. Sri Ramachandra. So now we have, as I told you, ask, nothing wrong in asking actually, what is there? So you have to network, you have to talk to the people, connect with the people actually. So networking is a very important thing, and ICA is pushing, because now earlier, including my practice, we're all apprenticeship concerned. ICA is saying that no, form a group. If you walk alone, you will walk faster. But if you walk in a group, you will walk longer. You will go to a long distance. And that is why they promote, okay, get into partnership, get into a group actually like that. That is very much important. How many of you are in partnership from practice? Come on, partnership from practice. So still, that's the one thing actually, network. So now what the new code of conduct is that you can also get into global networking. You can now network with CPA firm in Australia, in US, and form an international network actually. This is one new change what ICA has brought in. See, ultimately what is networking? Say example, I am in Bangalore and there is one CA in Delhi, one CA in Chennai, one CA in Bombay. So we all form a network firm. Together we work together. And whatever client comes actually, so for example a client comes, I have 30 branches across India. I am not able to provide service to him because I am a proprietor. But suppose say if I have a network, what will happen? All of us will work in a group, work together, and that is what is going to take forward. So networking is something which is a new thing, and now they are telling that okay, even global networking is permissible. Example, you have PwC networking, or you have BDO networking, you have like say Morrison, like a lot of firms are there which have an international network. You can be a part of it actually. That is where your LinkedIn will come into picture, connecting with the partner, talking to them, all it matters. Again I am repeating, value first. Try to show your value. Show that okay, this is my value. This is our offer model. Then think of money. If you start thinking of money, then what will happen? You'll say, okay, he's behind money, I don't want to associate with him. Then, next one, you also have what you can say the Schedule 2 of CA Act 1949. Now, Schedule 2 is extremely dangerous and vulnerable. You have to be very, very careful when it comes to the Schedule 2 requirements actually. Say example, suppose there's some misleading statement or some statement where some facts are omitted. There, this Schedule 2 will come into picture actually here. So, this is what is expected, that you are not supposed to act in a very negligent manner. One case what happened, one income tax officer was running through the books of accounts. So, daily cash balance they will check. One particular day, daily cash balance is what? Minus 2020 rupees. 2020 rupees. They said, negative balance is there. Why it is negative balance? No, madam, we'll see, we'll check. No, how it can be negative balance? How a cash can be negative? Send a notice on negligence. Gone. This CA is negligent. So, you never know, that's the thing, you never know what is going to come next actually like that. Just because cash balance is negative, see, they say, okay, it is coming under clause 7, negligence. So, I am not accepting this actually here. So, any material fact known to auditor, any material misstatement known to auditor, or for example, say last year balance and current year balance, opening balance and closing balance are not matching. Auditor is aware of the fact. Then also he has signed the financial statement. Now, he is aware of some material fact, it's a material misstatement, then also he is silent. So in such case, he will come under the Schedule 2. And if you sign any financials without any documentary evidence, recently one of my CA friend, what has happened, he was sitting and talking to me, because 4 crore creditors the confirmation in the, and the officer is asking this 4 crore confirmation. I told, why you did not obtain the confirmation? Hey, in the last moment the client will come and see the quality of audit suffers. Why you did not obtain the confirmation? In the books it is showing 4 crore payable to creditors, but actually payable is 0. What will happen to that 4 crore money from income tax point of view? Addition, very good. It's a cessation of liability, section 41, very good. It will be treated as an income. Now, he has gone actually, see, imagine, nothing happened. They added that 4 crores and their client had to pay tax of more than 1 CR. But imagine that income tax officer said, how did you sign this balance sheet? If she files one complaint to ICA, what will you do? Most of the cases, what they say, they see the good behavior of chartered accountant, okay. But suppose say if he does not like you, what will you do in such case? Then again it will fall under the Schedule 2. If you certify something without any documentary evidence, this will come under the Schedule 2. Okay? Gross negligence. Next one, very, very important, very relevant. projections and forecasts. How many of you prepare projection and forecast for the client? Can you come forward? Come, please come. Sit up, please. Yes, good. Introduce yourself. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Darshan. I'm a practicing CA.
Look at the conversation between me and Darshan. Just understand. You prepare projections and forecasts for the client?
Yes.
You prepare for the bank loan?
Yes.
Just can you explain how it is prepared and other thing? What process you follow, Darshan?
Based on what they are using the loan for the expansion purpose and what is their business plan. Based on that, how the business, the prospects of the business, how it is projected to grow, or whether the sales is going to increase and how they are going to expand. Based on that.
So you make one assumption. Your name is Darshan, no?
Yes.
So 10% increase, 20% increase.
Yes.
So one is for bank loan, you prepare the projection.
Yes.
And what are the other purpose you prepare projection?
Sometimes this I have not done for many cases, but for going for funding dollars.
That's the same, bank loan, funding. For that purpose, we prepare projection. Now, Bangalore being a startup capital of India, so a lot of companies, they come to you and say, you want me to raise the funds, see value addition. That is what, are you able to raise funds for him actually like that? That's very important. So you have to approach a banker, approach a financier to raise the funds. Here, we are giving projections. So they asked you to certify the financial projection and forecast.
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
The disclosure statements are based on the information that is obtained from the management on those things. Then this is not audited.
So it's unaudited. Do you sign it?
No, sir.
Most
Most of the time we don't sign that.
Most of the time, but since some of the time you sign. Okay. Chalo, okay. They'll tell, okay, to sign. What is the reason? Yeah, go ahead.
Bankers sometimes they have the requirement.
So many of us, we have that ignorance of SAE 3400. Now you can sign quoting SAE 3400. Examination of prospective financial information, not financial services, financial information. So this standard, please quote it actually and sign it. So for example, say they'll ask you provisional financial statement of say 25 and 26. So 9 months already the event is over and another 3 months. For that you have to use this particular standard. What this standard says that we have only checked the reasonableness of assumption. We are not certifying any forecast or projection. Daivattu please, if any client comes, if the client is not aware of 3400, banker is also not aware. He likes that signature of order. Oh, order signature idea. Oh, super, very good. But first I am highlighting again ACCR. Look at the background of the client. His client is trustworthy. 80% it depends upon the client. You are meeting the client for the first time. Those kind of things should not happen. So my dear members, this standard is very much important. You can make a seal. I have made a seal actually like that, whereby I highlight that as per SAE 3400, examination of prospective financial information, we hereby have evaluated the assumption made. We have evaluated the assumptions made, but we are not certifying the forecast or projection. This, if you highlight and write it and put your signature, there's no professional misconduct. But if you just put your seal and sign it Darshan, then it becomes questionable. Okay? So next time maybe we can use this actually here. So dear members, actually again see, this is the knowledge sharing actually here. I am sharing something with you. I actually, any projection comes to my office, I will tell, see, I will put this point. I am not certifying the accuracy of the numbers. Forecast and certify Martel. I am just telling that assumptions are reasonable. Assumptions could be like, say example, a company will grow at the rate of 5% per annum. Expenses will grow at the rate of 7% per annum. That is assumption. That assumption looks to be realistic. But I will put cream biscuit. Company will grow at the rate of 100% per annum. What 100% per annum? How many years it will grow 100% per annum? Then it's a very wrong assumption. Then it will be an issue. So two things. One, look at the client. You have seen the client from past 10 years, 20 years, no, or genuine. Second thing, you're satisfied with the assumption, then use this and sign it. That is one thing. And the last one, which I would like to highlight, thank you very much, Darshan. Thank you very much. The last one I would like to highlight here is that taxation versus audit and taxation versus audit. Whether a person who does tax audit should also file the ITR.
In Indian scenario, it's permitted.
Huh?
In Indian scenario, it's permitted. Internationally, there is an objection. I know, like the person who is preparing the, I believe the audit is not supposed to. But in India, it's already allowed.
But now code of ethics, what's your name?
Manish.
Manish, no, now new code of ethics, what new code of ethics is telling?
But
Suppose say you're doing 60 tax audit, can you file the 60 returns?
sir, if we don't file it, then they might file it in a different. Yeah, there would be a potential notice.
We'll purchase 60 with manner, 60 mails. What will you do? Manish,
No, that's not a wrong thing, right? Like it's not. A
okay, I agree with you. You are only telling that internationally it is not permitted.
Correct.
One who is doing audit should not do income tax filing. I have 60 cases. Now, what will happen to my 60 cases? What is the new provision? Nothing will happen. Same status quo. Thank God they have not touched this actually here. Shira Pachanda. So, but again, you should not, for example, say for listed company, definitely it's an issue. That is why if you see listed company, the person who is filing ITR will be different. The person who is doing audit will be different. Say example, PwC is doing audit, then EY will do the ITR filing. That is the thing. So listed company level, okay. But private company, what they say that don't try to do the tax calculation. Don't try to calculate and pass the entries in the books. Don't do accounting services. As of now, it is a status quo. So you can continue to do filing, GST filing, ROC filing, IT filing you can continue. Plus you can do the audit also. So this is again, they have not touched it actually. But many CA there is objection. Why are you too much into it actually? We are like a postman. Only detail tuck, we find it. What else we are doing actually here? So no value addition. We are just informing to the government. Okay. So any doubts, any confusion in today's discussion? Any doubts, members?
Sir, no doubts, but just for addition.
Yeah.
One more point, like director simpliciter, like chartered accountant, practicing chartered accountant can be a director simpliciter.
Yes.
Like, is it like specifically with permission or like what kind of director?
No permission is required.
And see, it's just a trend nowadays. I've seen like a lot of chartered accountants are floating a company, not in their own name, but maybe their relatives and relatives' name, but they are associating themselves with the company in the form of their social profiles that we are the XYZ associates of that. Isn't that wrong? Like anything?
See what happens, Manish, that you can be a director of a company. Director of a company means like a independent director. You go attend the board meeting and come back. But you will tell ICI, I am only a solicitor chartered accountant. I just go attend the board meeting and come back. I don't take part in day-to-day operation. But you keep on signing the checks of the company. After you go and spend time in that company, then it's a violation. You're telling something and you're communicating something, then that is not acceptable. Okay. So if you want to become whole-time director or a managing director, then special permission of ICI you have to take. It will come under the special permission of ICI.
It permits for financial entities. Like for example, if you want to do some kind of financial services, you can take exclusive permission and do that.
You have to take permission of ICI. That's your ICI will ask for justification. That's it. And if it is fairly enough, then it's okay. But many people are scared. They say, okay, why to get into that entangle actually like that? But if suppose the investigation comes, you told that I'm just a director, but you're putting all signatures, you're into day-to-day operation, every day you're coming to the office, attendance record shows all the days you're present, then it will be a problem for the chartered accountant.
So nowadays, though, some chartered accountants office itself has 20 companies registered in the same premise. Right? Like
Okay.
one or two of them might be their
You're
own.
opening a Pandora's box, sir. Okay, fine. So, yeah. Now you've observed that actually.
Yes, I have observed quite a few.
Yeah. So again, what type of service they are providing, you have to see that actually. Is he an auditor of that client? Then gone. Definitely gone. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Just a small clarification, as far as I know, my limited knowledge, I think there is no tax audits in UK. They can do a tax file, they can do a tax preparation, they can prepare the corporate tax return on behalf of the client, and the client would file it. But there is no concept of a tax audit. Instead, there is HMRC, which is the regulator, can ask chartered accountants to perform some investigation work on the submitted tax return.
Okay. So yes, I know that. For example, say less than 12 million or 12 million pounds actually, there's some statutory limit actually where you don't have to do tax audit. As of now in India, small company, even if your turnover is zero, will be subject to the stat audit, not tax audit, stat audit actually. But for companies having turnover now more than 10 CR, they are subject to tax audit in India. That is how it functions. Okay. Fine. Any other doubts? Any other queries? Thank you very much, members. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.